Okay, I make that just about 2 o'clock here. If my voice has suddenly started booming out of your laptop or PC, then you can dial the number on your screen, and then you want to put that access code in, followed by the hash key, and that means you'll be able to listen to me on the phone. Don't worry, you are muted if you are already on the phone. We can't hear you, so you can cough and splutter away. I'll be doing a little bit of that at this end as well. And there is a chat box if you want to ask any questions. I'm just about to write chat box in there, so you can write any questions that you might have in there. There's also a Q&A box, which is largely for the same thing, but just I've got both open on my screen so I can answer those. But also, if you want to send me an email, perhaps you've got a longer question or something you want to follow up with later, then you can do. My email is michael.fox@iris.co.uk, which is my name also, without the @iris.co.uk bit. So today's webinar is called Giving You More Security Options Across Your Hosted IT Service. So thanks for joining us. You would hopefully already be using our hosted IT service. If not, you may be joining us to learn a little bit more. We did a webinar just before this about the service itself, so I did invite people to join this one if they really wanted to learn about the new things that we're able to offer you. And they are these 4 things. You may have seen some emails come out about them, but I'm going to talk you through each of these, and the reason that we're offering these and the reason that people are going with these is largely GDPR. Now, none of these is going to give you a stamp, and in fact, there isn't anything out there that is going to be able to give you a stamp that says GDPR compliant, because we could give you all of these things, and then you could decide to print your passwords and usernames on the front of your shop window. And if you did that, then obviously you would suddenly be exposing yourself to everything. And obviously that's an extreme example, but it's a combination of lots of different things that bring GDPR compliance together. So these help towards that. Now, the big one that most people are asking us about is email encryption. Now, this is Microsoft email encryption, and it's email encryption based on the 365 that we provide to a lot of our customers. But if you're not on Microsoft Office 365, then we can transition you to this and get you on email encryption as well. So worth asking your account manager what version you're on. If you're not sure yourselves, we can work that out for you and get you a proper costing for that. But if you have 365 already, through us, if you're paying for that already, then what you'll be able to do is just add this on top. So, as I said, this is something that more and more people are asking about because GDPR is coming around, and this is something that Microsoft have produced, which doesn't really, once it's set up, change the way that you work at your end. It links into Outlook, and we can set it up for you so that you can have many different rules in ways that you want to encrypt this email. But really, all you do is put a tick in a box. Once you've got these different kind of things set up, so you won't be bothering, to put the tick in a box if you're emailing yourself or your colleagues, for instance. But anything that you want to be sending to clients, you want to be putting a tick in that box so that it encrypts it. Now, people will then receive it in many different ways. If they are using Microsoft Office 365 or Office 2016 at their end, then they won't really notice. It'll just come in, and they'll go, oh, this is another email from my accountant. It'll have a little icon on it, and if they hover over that icon, it will say, this message has been encrypted, etc. And if they reply, it's encrypted back as well. So that's fine. Now, if they're using Gmail or Yahoo, which you might notice from a lot of your clients, might have, an @Gmail or an @Yahoo, then it happens in the second way. Now, a lot of your clients might be Gmail or Yahoo, but you might not know it. Gmail especially allows you to be on Gmail, but actually have a domain like @Iris, for instance, so it won't necessarily say Gmail in there. So this could be a large section of your clients. Gmail is very popular. Now, for them, they just have to sign in once for the first time and allow Microsoft to pick that up and access it. And then going forward, they all come through as normal. I think there's a timeout function on that it times out once every 30 days. Now, for anyone using something a little bit different, a little bit more like Hotmail or AOL, or BT Internet, you do still see a lot of that, which is essentially webmail. What they'll receive is a link. They will click read the message, and this will not be the email you sent. It will all change, and it will say read the message that you've received from your accountant. They click on it. It will go to a branded page with your colors, your logos on there, which we will, again, set up for you as part of the setup. And once they do that, they'll get another email that follows on with a little code. And it's kind of like how HMRC login works at the moment. Instead of it coming as a text to your phone, it comes as the next email in their inbox. They see that code, they type it in, and then it decrypts the message. They can then see that message on screen. They can see any attachments now that would have been decrypted as part of that. And they have the option to obviously download that attachment. And they can reply as well back to you so that the reply to you is encrypted as well. So that's how it works. It's not particularly visual. I can't show you it. If you look online as well, there are some super lengthy videos, but I haven't got an easy way of showing you how this works currently. It is a Microsoft product, essentially, so they're pretty big name in the business for technology. So if you look on their website, there are lots of frequently asked questions about Microsoft email encryption for 365 that explain all the different scenarios that it can work with. Now, eventually, when everyone kind of moves, I suppose, to Office 365 in business, which will be the standard, then everyone will turn this on, and we'll go back to just having regular email and normal, really, notice. So that's email encryption. Next point is dual-factor authentication. This one is a little bit visual, so I'll be able to show you this video here. Essentially what happens is, when you log in, it sends a notification to your phone to make sure that it is you. So the logo that it is on your phone is this one here, this Duo Mobile. And what will happen is, if I click play on this, I get to the point where I log into the system, as you do at the moment, a splash screen will come up, and it'll stop you from going further. You won't get to the start bar for your new desktop. This comes through. If my phone's open like this, I get a little notification that pops in, and I can drag it down. I can approve it straight from there. Or I can go into the app, and I just press the green button. And that's it. It's really, it's under 20 seconds. It's clicked from 1 to 101 there, but that definitely wasn't a minute. So that then allows it to carry on. And this prevents that very human nature error of people leaving their passwords, maybe on a bit of paper or anywhere else, maybe on a text file, on the desktop of the machine itself, which is, again, risky. This means even if people have got that, they're going to need the mobile phone of the person that the device is linked to. Again, they're going to need that person's thumb or that person's PIN number for that phone as well. So not PIN number, PIN, just PIN. PIN number is number. To be able to get in. So that prevents access. And obviously you saw there was a red X there. If you press the red X, obviously that's going to not let you in as well, and that'll kick you back out. So the next point is Microsoft Advanced Threat Protection. So that's all the things, if you think about it, that's all the things you're sending out of your business encrypted. So that's, one kind of tick in the box. And people can start to leave their passwords on the front of the building. That's fine. So long as they only press green tick when they know it's them, then they know only they're getting in, and they don't have to worry about having their thumbs severed off as well. Apparently they don't work very well, actually. Severed thumbs has to be alive. But all the things sent to you is another kind of danger. So people aren't necessarily going to have their own encrypted email. Your clients definitely aren't. They're going to be sending you emails. They're going to be sending you attachments, links to Dropboxes, and all the rest. So Microsoft Advanced Threat Protection protects you from this. Now, obviously, we include virus software and firewalls, but you're going to click on things in emails, and you're going to open attachments. It's human nature, and you trust your clients, and you don't know if your clients have been hacked. Unless you recognize, kind of the format, or unless you ring them every time they call you and say, did you send me this email? Can I open this? What this does is any attachment or any link that comes through is sent to Microsoft. They use a virtual machine elsewhere to open it, to look at the link, to download attachments, to open them, click around. If nothing happens on that machine, then it comes through, and the delay is about 5 seconds. So this all happens super quickly in transit. If anything does happen, if anything's nefarious about it, it makes any changes to that virtual machine, tries to do anything, that virtual machine just disappears, and the attachment and the email and the link never reach your inbox. And as well, because you're part of this system, you'll be informed of anyone else, any other senders that might have been compromised. That will then be shared across the network. So everyone will know that this sender shouldn't be accepting emails, or you shouldn't accept emails from this sender. And this link as well is also dangerous, and this type of attachment is also something you don't want to be clicking on. And it's even more advanced than that. It's that they might, and this is quite a new tactic, I can't remember what it's called something like fish hooking or something. So they'll send you a link in an email, maybe at 10 p.m. when you're not there. The service will look at it, they go, oh yeah, that link's fine, nothing dangerous on that, it just links to something safe. And then at 9 a.m. they change what's on that link, because websites can change, and they change what's on that link, and then they make it dangerous. So Microsoft Advanced Threat Protection is looking at that every time, and it's making sure that those links haven't changed, and it's updating that so that then, if it does change at 9 a.m., it removes it from your inbox without you having the chance to click on it. So that's really kind of powerful stuff. And it's good to be part of that, even if you don't think you're going to be targeted, because much larger businesses are going to be targeted, but businesses like ourselves, Iris, we're probably the subject of lots of type of phishing emails that just never reach us here in the team, because our IT department have turned this on. But that means we're able to share that with all of you as well. And then the final thing is web content filtering. So this is pretty much what it sounds. It's filtering content on the web. So you get very granular controls. It keeps a list of sites that you shouldn't trust. When people are on their lunch, they're probably going to check their personal emails. So this is just as dangerous as your work one. They're going to go on their Facebook. They're going to look at their Facebook messages. They're going to look at their Twitter DMs and their Twitter links, and sometimes for the work, but also, sometimes just because it's the lunchtime. So if they receive a dodgy link and they're on, you're obviously going to be protected from it, but it also allows you to decide what you want people to be able to access at all. So you might allow BBC, but you might not allow BBC iPlayer, or just not the video function of BBC, so that people can't watch, kind of the sports highlights as well. You might restrict that down. You might allow Facebook rather, for work purposes, but not Facebook video. Again, for video, can it be that work relevant? So it gives you the choice, not just for safety, but also maybe to help with productivity. So those are the 4 additional things which we can now offer to you on Hosted. If you'd like more information, then you can email me, michael.fox@rs.co.uk. You can ask your account manager also on that number there. I'm just wondering, 084, I think that might have changed to 0344. Can't remember. I use this slide and everything. You thought I would have remembered that. If not, then yeah, email me and I can let you know who your account manager is. And I've got a couple of questions on the... Yes, and apparently getting it from the host, it is 0344, that number actually. I think that was I think it makes it national rate or something like that. A question from a person here through the chat. Just say privately, so I won't say your name. What if you lose your mobile? Very good question. So yes, if you lose your mobile, then we can reset it to another phone. And if you lose your mobile, that's kind of not a problem. You can just let us know and we can deactivate that. If you actually lost your mobile and there's no pin on it, then we can deactivate that device from being able to let you in. As we have, 24/7 support, you can give us a call and we can get that sorted for you, and we can get you, set up. What you can actually do is have multiple computers on one device, so we can say, all right, we'll use a colleague's for now, get you set up on that. We can let you in, and then once you get your new phone, we can set you up on that one. So if you do have any other questions, pop an email to me. But other than that, thank you very much for joining us today.